Hello students, today we are going to continue first part of 15 chapter People's Participate in Democracy. In this part we are going to cover the following topics. First topic, elections, what and why. Second topic, electoral behavior in India. Third topic, how many people cast their votes. Fourth topic, what are the factors that influence voters. Fifth topic, representation in Indian political organizations. Sixth topic, representation of women in the Lok Sabha. Seventh topic, women representation in local bodies. Eighth topic, representation of scheduled caste and tributes in the Lok Sabha. Let's start elections, what and why. Introduction. Most democratic countries today are representative democracies in which people vote to elect their representative. The political party that has the majority of electorate representative forms the government. Most democratic countries specify a minimum age for people to become eligible to cast their vote in elections. The more the number of people who vote in elections, the more representative and democratic in government that is formed. First point, so a basic parameter of democracy is the extent of people's participate in elections to form a government. Second, in the Indian Constitution specified that any individual who attained the age of 21 years was eligible to vote in local elections, state assembly elections and Lok Sabha elections. Third, the Constitution was attempted in 1989 to lower the voting age to 18 years to enable the youth of the country to participate in the electoral process. Let's start with second topic. How many people cast their votes? Let's study the behavior of the Indian from 1952 to 2004 on the basis of the figure given in table 15.1. Find out the level of participate of Indian voter by examining the Lok Sabha elections voters in elections. The table shows the voting percent in 1952 was 61.2%. It was highest in 1984 at 63.56% and lowest in 1971 and 55.29%. The average voting percent during this period 1952 2004 was 59.49%. This shows that the voting percent does not fluctuate signify in Indian elections. The male voting percents average around 64%, while the female voting percents average 54.57%. Being given equal votes rights under the percents less than for man, the shows that women's participate in elections is lower than male participants. Next, to sum up, we can say that around 60% of the people in our country cast their votes in the general elections with the participate of women big lower than man. The voting percent has not increased dispute the efforts of the elections commissions and their government and non-government organizations to encourage more people to cast their votes. Hence there has always been a big difference between the number of people who actually cast their votes and the total numbers of registered voters. Also, people's participate in elections has been uneven with more people voting in some elections and less people in some other election. Next, we see that there has been a steady but sharp increase in the number of registered voters during this period. In 1952, the number of registered voters was 60.10 crore, while the number increased almost fourfold to 38.99 crore in 2004. Let's start. Next topic: what are the factors that influence voters? First point: voters are influenced by many factors at the time they cast their votes. On the one hand, the interest of the nations and national policies play an important role in influencing their decision. At the same time, interests such as caste, religion, language, and the pressure of powerful local people also influence their voting behavior. Another common feature seen in elections is that many candidates try to influence voters with money and other incentives rather than their policies and programs. Second point: it is generally seen that voters are sensitive to issues such as the performance of the ruling government, the candidates and credibility of candidates, and the promises that the parties make in their elections. Television, social media, and newspaper also exert their powerful influence on votes. Let's start the next topic: representation in India political organization. First point: representation in political organization is a fundamental aspect of people's participation. Second point: representation tells us the level of people's participate in political organization that represent the interest of different classes in society. It also tells us whatever all classes are actually represented in these organizations or not. Third point: the Indian constitutions a three-tiered government system. At the central government level, people choose their Lok Sabha representative through general elections. The people also choose their representative to the state government and local government through elections. Let us try to understand how the different social classes are represented in the Lok Sabha, Vidhan Sabha, and local government. Let's start the next topic: representation of women in the Lok Sabha. The number of women candidates as a percent of the total numbers of candidates indicates the people participate of women. If there are 10 candidates in elections continuously and if all 10 candidates are male, we can say that women are not politically active in that constitutionally. If more than half the candidates are women, we can say the women participate is strong. Correctly, the percent of women candidates who contest elections average 8%. That means for every 92 male candidates there are only 8 women candidates. This number fluctuates from elections to elections.
Now let's to be continue next topic, women's representations in local bodies. The 23rd and 24th constitutions are members created a third level of government in local bodies. These local bodies had 33% reserved of seats for women's members. Thus, the large numbers of women were elected as members of these bodies. In many states, the numbers of reserved seat was raised to 50%. Now, let's be continue next topic, representations of scheduled caste and tribes in the Lok Sabha. The socially, educationally and economically derived classes of society are listed as scheduled caste and tribes in the constitution. Seats have been reserved for these communities in the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabhas in proportions to their percentage in the country's population. Thus, 84 seats were reserved for scheduled caste and 47 for scheduled tribes in the 16th Lok Sabha. Similarly, seats have been reserved for these classes in the state assemblies in proportions to their percentage in the seats population. Seats have also been reserved in the local government, the panchayats and urban bodies. Thank you students for watching these videos.